A Delmarvalous Christmas between our two bays. Folks spend the occasion in different ways, but the season always brings us together, proving there's not any storm we can't weather. From drought-impacted trees and volunteers in a scurry, to helping hands making sure no family worries. Behind the scenes with a fan-favorite production, and decking the halls for Santa's home introduction. So settle in with a cup and stay with us tonight as we show how these festive folks make Christmas bright.
Good evening, and thank you for joining WBOC for the 2024 Delmarvalous Christmas Special. I'm Rachel Pierce.
And I'm Hunter Landon. Tonight we will take you on a sleigh ride tour of Delmarva's elven efforts, showing all of the hard work that goes into making Christmas magical.
And speaking of that magic, we have a real treat to kick off this year's special. A behind-the-scenes look at the Eastern Shore Ballet Theater's production of The Nutcracker, and a heartwarming story of two best friends marking their last production.
Between Clara, the Drosselmeyer, and the Rat King, there are plenty of characters in the Eastern Shore Ballet Theater's production of The Nutcracker. But when you go behind the stage, the real characters and the people who make it all come together are even more charming than the roles they play.
We were very little.
Gabby Middles and Callie Mole, two best friends marking their last show together.
First came here when I was probably like 2-3 years old, and I watched the ballet, The Nutcracker, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, I want to be like them, I want to dance like them, and I want to be in the show.
Same story for Gabby, while also wanting to be with her best friend.
I also saw that she was doing it because she did it a year before me, and I wanted to join her.
Fast forward nearly a decade later, this year's production is bittersweet.
In the past years, me and her have always been like, oh, in 3 years we'll graduate, haha, like whatever. 2 years, 1 year, like next year we're seniors, aw. And then this year we actually are seniors. We're like, oh no!
And just as The Nutcracker is a girl's dream into a world beyond herself.
Well, we both want to go to college, maybe college together, might be roommates.
And while their Nutcracker days may be behind them, the best part, their friendship, will live on.
One of my favorite parts of the Nutcracker set is that enormous painted Christmas tree. But Hunter, you just can't beat a real Christmas tree.
No, you can't. There's no shortage of firs, spruces, pines, or cedars here at Shelville's Magical Maze. But earlier this year, Christmas tree farmers and other farmers had to deal with disastrous drought conditions from the summer into the fall. WBOC's Jack Ford caught up with one Christmas tree farmer who had to scrap a large portion of crop and check back in once their sales were back in full swing.
You can't have Christmas without one very important thing, the Christmas tree. Cutting it down, putting it up, and decorating it is a family tradition for so many. And for the Cawleys, bringing that experience to families across Delmarva, well, that's their family tradition.
That's how we started years ago. This is Brianna, my granddaughter, my daughter Amy, we're all involved, my grandson, my sons are all involved. So it's a family business, but it's also a family tradition that we wanted to have others partake in. They're beautiful trees.
It was back in October when we first met the Cawley family, in the midst of the drought that had taken a toll on farms across the peninsula. Their farm was no exception, losing over 300 fully grown Christmas trees, and over 1,700 new trees never even got the chance to grow. But it didn't stop the Christmas spirit, or them.
And that's why we endure the year that we have. This is the reason why, for all these people to come out and pick a tree. You know, we do this because we love it, and this is the reward right here with all these trees going home.
This is our dancing tree machine. We make our trees dance.
Plenty of trees survived the drought, and now they're ready to have gifts and maybe even trains under them and families surrounding them, thanks to the Cawleys.
But it's really about the family get together and coming out and roaming around the tree farm looking for a tree. Some of them do it pretty quick, some of them take hours, you know. But yeah, it's really cool that we can do that for other families like we've had for our own.
So if you're sitting around the tree or planting them, it may just take a family to grow the Christmas spirit. In Denton, Jack Ford for WBOC's Delmarvalous Christmas Special.
While a white Christmas might be hard to come by here on Delmarva, at least we have Shelville, we have the snow zone, we have the sled hill. This is where winter dreams, at least mine, can come true.
Call me Santa, because I'm just trying to make dreams come true. From skating around a rink to chilling in a life-size snow globe, there's a new kind of festive fun at every turn. Still to come, we'll show you how dozens of volunteers bring the magic to life year after year. Plus, the merriest character of all makes an annual appearance over Delmarva.
So Hunter, this is my first time here at Shelville, and it really feels like you're just stepping into the North Pole. I can't imagine how much work goes into making this place so magical.
And it's done so thoughtfully, too. There are volunteers who are lined up throughout the village who can guide folks to anything they may need, from first aid to this quiet room, which allows folks to take a break from all the noise and excitement. And I spoke with some of those holiday helpers who talked about all the work that goes into making this place so magical.
It takes a shell village to make the Christmas magic a reality. Where else can you find a place where they can make it snow on command? From the Christmas shops to the fire pits to the roller skating rink. Dozens upon dozens of volunteers bring the Christmas spirit to Shelville. And Shelville Foundation Executive Director Sheena Vanderhook says it's a year-round effort.
We start decorating, shopping in June, July, so that we can order things and get it here in time. And then right after our Halloween events is when it really starts inside the village. So we break down Halloween in about 2 days, and then we have about 3 weeks to flip and get everything set up for Christmas time.
A lot goes into making sure Shelville is a place for all.
Yep, they'll let you in, no problem.
From considerations for people with disabilities to EMS and police on staff.
There's all the other stuff you don't think about as far as like pumping the bathrooms and making sure we're staffed, and the bands and all the food trucks and all the vendors in the village. There's a lot that goes into setting up rather than just opening the gates and letting people in.
Rosemary Wayberg is volunteering handing out skates.
The energy is so special to see the kids' face when the lights come on and they get to enjoy all of this holiday cheer and the activities here. It truly is wonderful, and it's very heartwarming, to say the least.
Wayberg says this is about helping others experience her own love of Christmas.
Not only are you helping the event and the cause, but it also feels good to be out here and seeing the lights and seeing the kids and the families. So, it's not just for the volunteering aspect, it's also selfish because it makes you feel good.
Benika Sylvester came to Shelville for the first time with her family from Smyrna. She's grateful for the hard work of the volunteers here.
Touches my heart, without them, this couldn't exist. It takes, dedicated people that love, the holiday season to really bring it to life. So thank you. Thank you to all the volunteers.
A Christmas wonderland that simply would not happen without Santa's helpers working hard behind the scenes.
Despite this being such a busy time of year, it's even more heartwarming to see these volunteers dedicating so much time to make Christmas special for all of us on Delmarva.
And that sentiment shines so bright with WBOC's Bless Our Children campaign, with so many folks donating to make sure that kids' letters to Santa Claus make it to the North Pole.
WBOC's Jacqueline Carley spoke with one group on Delmarva, checking its list twice for those in need.
The joy of Christmas as seen through the eyes of a child. This is what the folks at Bountiful New Beginnings work to see all year long. And with the help of the Bless Our Children campaign, the job is just a little easier.
We're very grateful for Bless Our Children from WBOC that sponsors us every year as well to help with this.
Tasha Robinson leads the Hebron-based organization as it seeks to help families get a fresh start throughout the Lower Shore. It often includes educational programs, workshops, and support for adults year-round. But on this day, it's all about the kids.
Today I got this nail decorating thing. You can do your nails with it. I'm gonna open it when I get home and make a mess.
I got this toy because I like unicorns and I like to paint and I like glitter and I like to do arts and crafts
just to see a child's face just light up, it really does a lot to me in my heart because I have a sensitive spot for children and I just love to see them happy. Like I said, we do this mobily, so we move around the different areas. So the word has gone out, and this is an area that, will definitely meet the needs. So we're just hoping and praying that a lot of children come out and get what they need today to help them have a successful Christmas and a blessed one as well.
Blessings courtesy in part of the Bless Our Children campaign. Jacqueline Carley for WBOC's Delmarvalous Christmas Special.
There's nothing like a child's joy at Christmas. And what is Christmas if not spreading love and spending time with friends and family?
And gathering around a festive feast, that is what makes a holiday complete, but that's getting tougher and tougher for some families to do. WBOC's Kyle Oren spoke with one group in Worcester County working to meet that need.
Inside of the Diania Shelter, the clatter of pot lids and the aroma of hot soup is overtaken by Christmas music. And as the cheerful tunes bellow from the kitchen, it reminds Karen Livingston she has a place where she can feel at home.
It's hard to be festive this holiday season being homeless, but fortunately starting to decorate and putting up things changed my heart. And I'm really appreciative to Diania for all that they're doing for us, to keeping us warm and safe this year, fed good, and just extremely grateful. I'm a little emotional about it.
50 people live within the walls of Diania, and together they've created their own winter wonderland.
It lifts up your spirits because it's never easy being homeless or struggling through the holiday financially. It's not easy for anybody. And when people come here, it's like, hey, they're here for you. They will help you. And that's what I think I love most about Diania.
The shelter's efforts go far beyond providing a festive environment, though. A food pantry loaded up with baking goods and canned foods, coupled with a full freezer, allows Diania to serve about 400 households each month.
Whatever comes in, it goes out, and we give big. Anyone who comes through our food pantry for food items gets a lot of supplemental items, toys, hygiene products. It's really nice what we can give.
Obviously, the food pantry specializes in giving away food, but it also helps serve up a side of hope.
The best advice I could give anybody out there struggling is just keep the faith. Keep pushing forward, and when life knocks you down, dust yourself off and get back up again.
Diania, warming meals and hearts this holiday season. In Ocean City, Kyle Orange for WBOC's Delmarvalous Christmas Special.
While most of us look forward to the turkey and those sides, I think Santa's most looking forward to that plate of cookies, but do you think he ever takes a moment to look at the decorations around him?
If he does, then Delmarva is the place to do it. Our viewers have been showing off their eyes for interior design all season long. Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the most extravagant exhibits from across the peninsula, plus a look at the lights from above with a very special guest.
We have seen the best of North Pole architecture here at Shelville, and I think I know someone who would really appreciate that. Here's Delmarva Home Show's Lauren Hitch.
I just finished touring the most adorable home, definitely perfect for anyone looking to downsize.
Lauren, I hear you've been dashing through Delmarva to see how folks have been decking their homes.
That's right, it's the most wonderful time of the year where homes across Delmarva are bursting with holiday cheer.
Happy holidays, everyone! We're starting our holiday home tours off in Millsboro, Delaware at the Phillips Residence. It's their first Christmas in their new home, and they have everything decorated so beautifully.
Little wreaths hanging on the back of the chairs, pulled right up to this island here. And I love this centerpiece here. And then your little coffee station here. I love the Santa and Mrs. Claus mugs. Everyone likes to decorate a little different. Sometimes there's very sentimental pieces and sometimes some pieces just for fun. But this is my first time ever seeing baby toothbrushes hanging from the tree. How unique is that? This is Julie's toothbrush and this is her daughter's here. And then they've hung their Christmas cards as well throughout the years and something to remember their loved ones. But this is a beautiful tree, very large right against these windows here, and there's candles in all of the windows as well.
We're headed west to Laurel, Delaware to check out the Phillips Residence and their special gingerbread display.
Check out this kitchen. Now, I imagine Mrs. Claus' kitchen looks something like this at the North Pole. Lisa's mom loved Christmas, and she carries that same passion in her heart All of these gingerbread houses have been collected over the years and they're put on display every year.
And this display in her kitchen is something that she is known for in her hometown. And her grandkids enjoy it as well. Last stop on our home tour adventure is a home named the Christmas Manor in Chincoteague, Virginia, where each room has a beautifully decorated tree.
Each tree has different colors and themes going on, and this one is a lot of red and greens. We've got the bow coming from the top with red and green plaid. There's bright red poinsettias throughout, as well as some green holly leaves and red holly berries. Another tree in this living room, it's going along with the reds and greens that we saw in the last tree. Large pine cones as well, and there's a festive elf at the top. And the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. They're beautiful stockings, they have little jingle bells on them. 13 trees in the house, but this one is definitely the tallest. A great 12-foot Christmas tree running all the way up in here. We've got the cathedral ceilings, so a big tree like this can work in your home. A lot of the ornaments on this tree are Christopher Radko. These ornaments have been around for a very long time and they're all very unique.
They even have a fantastic exterior light display too. And for years, people in the community have been coming out to check out the light display at the Christmas Manor. They just hop in their car and do a loop around the house. I truly enjoy how everyone has their own decorating style, and we've had so much fun touring these festive homes this holiday season.
Wow, those decorations were definitely something to be proud of, and there is just so much to be proud of here on Delmarva, especially at Christmas time. We want to thank you for joining us for this year's Delmarvalous Christmas special.
We hope that these tales have brought you hope and warmth as you gather with those you love the most. And while the decorations, presents, and treats make Christmas so special, it is the light, love, and a little bit of magic that make this season really matter.
Rachel, did you hear what I hear?
I think that was jingle bells.
Not just any jingle bells. I think it's the jolly old elf himself looking to bring Christmas cheer from above.
Hang on to the reins as we take a trip through your beautiful homes from Santa's eye view. Right over Delmarva, my favorite flight. Many places adorned with bright, colorful lights. Up north in Harrington, a dazzling display. The Schatzschneiders raise money to keep Kent County safe. And just down the road, a whole forest lit up. Oh, what a gift to see it all from above. Over in Lewis, architecture on show. And in Seaford, a home with a marvelous glow. In Marshtown, a home lit in brilliant color, many merry scenes capturing Christmas wonder. On Spur Lane in Easton, a most wonderful sight, as each house in the neighborhood lights up at night. In Salisbury, the landing strip is laid out with a ho, 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 begging me to fly down. An Ocean City attraction, the Cane Woods Christmas House, where the lights seem to dance as the music plays out. Chincoteague Island has such a sight to behold, with festive exhibits in red, blue, green, and gold. I must say, all this jolly dedication makes it tough to leave for my next destination. But I shout something down as I fly out of sight. A Delmarvalous Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
As Christmas time ends and Santa heads out of town, Delmarva maintains the giving spirit year-round. May these tales of cheer help you always remember almost everything's better when we come together. And to all who've joined us, we thank you so dearly. Don't forget, a Delmarvalous Christmas comes yearly. So same time next December, we hope you'll tune your TV to Delmarva's news leader, WBOC.